So here is the Airbus A380 that we're going to fly on today. It's manufacturer's serial number 7, the same aircraft that the evacuation test was carried out on a little while back. Inside now, the interior we're promised has been pretty much fitted in a representative layout for several different airlines. It's not one particular airline we're going to look at today, but we're promised that in any case it looks pretty spectacular. And the airplane's just been got ready now and we'll be off in a few minutes. Okay, so now here I am walking through business class. We've just got on the aeroplane and it really does look pretty nice. And this is not even a particularly glamorous layout that I think we're seeing today. There are an awful lot of crews filming here, as you can see. And I'm sure that when Singapore Airlines and Emirates and people like that work on this, they'll come up with much more dramatic designs for this part of the aeroplane. Back in economy class, and even this looks pretty nice to me. We're just going to go past a Lufthansa flight attendant here who are looking after us today, and at the moment there are just about no people in the aeroplane. One by one we're starting to get on, and I'm quite interested to see now how people find their way around this aircraft. And here you can see one of the bench type seats that Airbus has got. This is just at the top of the stairs that we walked up, quite close to the first class section, and you could have 4 people sitting in here if you preferred sitting sideways. And here we are in what passes for first class today, which, like the rest of the aeroplane, is not really all that lavish, quite honestly. But it does give some idea again of the space on the lower deck and the sort of things that could be done with the design, that I'm sure will be done by some of the airliners' own cabin designers. And here is seat 68A, which is going to be my home for the next couple of hours. There are all sorts of interesting people on the aeroplane today. Here's Richard Quest from CNN. It's quite strange, he's talking about me and I'm talking about him. And here are flights journalists hard at work. That's David Kaminsky-Morrow from Air Transport Intelligence and Vicky Moores, his colleague, and they're talking to Fernando Alonso, who's the head of flight test at Airbus. So here we are at about 15,000 feet, according to the captain, who's Peter Chandler today, looking out here over the countryside near the Pyrenees, and you can see that once we've got through the clouds, it's a really glorious day. Apparently we're going to be doing some air-to-air filming later on with Airbus's Corvette, very old business jet, which they use for all their aerial photography, so that these are going to be great conditions to do that in. Now this image here I'm able to film while I'm in the aircraft, and I'll show you how I can do it. The aircraft we're flying in is fitted with a fin-mounted camera, which I think I'm right in saying is actually a customer option for aircraft in service, and we were able to see ourselves take off using that camera. There's still quite a lot of test work going on the A380, and even though today this is mostly about passengers, you can see that we've got some engineers on board. I think having done the takeoff in the aeroplane now and some of the cruise flights, my main impression is of the quietness, both in the cruise and on takeoff. We know the aircraft from the outside is very quiet, of course that's been heard at the airports many times, but I was sitting right in line with the engines, and it really was quite extraordinary how we didn't have to raise our voices at all to speak, so that's very striking. The ride of the aircraft is also exceptionally smooth. It's remarkable looking out at the wing, and you can see the outboard ailerons, there's 3 of them, are working furiously. It's no exaggeration to say that they almost look as if they're flapping in order to take out all the gusts and air pocket, and that does lead to this very smooth ride. Having said that, some people are saying they find it a bit wallowy, it's rather like a ship, and they don't think that's so comfortable. I suspect they're just going to have to get used to it. So it is impressive. It's big. Do you notice how big it is? Well, of course, size really is related to the seat, I think, and the seats in economy class, for example, are about 1 inch bigger than usual. But if you do the mathematics on this, you do find that you have got a lot more personal space than usual. And now it's the end of the day, and lo and behold, we have an A380 Rainbow. You couldn't make it up.
you.